From the earliest magic lanterns to the majestic IMAX cinema, people have been spellbound by the magic of projection. And today we're looking at a very special projector, whose heyday wasn't seen in cinemas, but in classrooms around the world. The early 20th century was a tumultuous time. There were the horrors of the First World War and growing nationalism in countries around the world. But there were groups of people who believed that photography could make things better, and a combination of business people and governments sent photographers around the world to take photos of amazing places and faraway faces in the hope that it would foster a greater human understanding worldwide. And in that backdrop, the Society for Visual Education was founded in 1919 in Chicago, USA. Their aim was to help educate children by providing projectors and film strips in classrooms, be that still photos or motion pictures. And this was one of their most popular projectors. We know the society had a bit of a rough start. It was near bankrupt only a couple of years after it was founded, and it had to continue a bit more modestly under new ownership. What we don't quite know is how the projectors managed to make their way over to New Zealand, as MAVtech has quite a few. The society mainly operated in America, but they did manufacture their own projectors, and it's very possible that some got sold at discounted rates over in New Zealand. Although the society had to turn some sort of a profit, they wanted to supply films and projectors as cheaply as possible to schools. So, what was it like to be a student in the classroom when this projector was in its heyday? Well, to find out, we've got some film, we'll load it up, turn it on, and see how it educated, entertained and amused many decades ago. The film strip we're playing today is going to be about the Foxton flax industry. Although the flax industry wasn't as big as it once was in the 1950s when this film strip was made, it was still a huge part of the Manawatu economy. And although this film looks like the sort you'd screen in a cinema, it's actually made up of lots of still images, which the teacher would project on the screen and then speak to from notes. So how would this projector have been used? Well, teachers were supplied with an instruction manual which gave them all they needed to know about how to set it up. We don't have all of the bits and pieces that the projector came with here at MAVtech, but we do have enough to give you a basic understanding of how it would have worked. First you got your film, and you inserted it into the top spool. You would open the projector lens assembly like this, thread the film through the projector and insert the holes or perforations in the film into a set of geared teeth. Then you would shut the lens assembly, close the safety bar so the film wouldn't fall out, and then using this control knob here you could advance the film forward, stopping at each frame to explain what was projected onto the classroom screen. So the museum lights are dimmed, the projector is on, but I have to let you know that although the Society for Visual Education was big on film strips, they were very, very small on extension lead, which is why we've got a bit of a small screen production going on here. And it gives you an idea of how this projector used to work. As basic as it seems now, compared to our smart whiteboards and endless videos on YouTube, which gets 500 hours of new material uploaded every minute, this was the height of classroom technology, and it brought the world into classrooms around New Zealand. Or in this case, it would have brought a very special part of Foxton into classrooms around New Zealand. MAVtech is visiting schools around Foxton and the greater Manawatu area, demonstrating how this projector would have worked, as well as showing lots of other standout items from our collection. If you're keen on having a school visit from MAVtech, do visit our website www.mavtech.org.nz, and that will give you the contact details needed to arrange a time.